Welcome to my class of cyber security. Today we will learn classification of security attacks. Cryptography or cryptography attacks. Cryptography involves hiding the information to be transmitted so that only the receiver is able to see it or view it. This is done by hiding the information to be sent at the sender's end and then decoding the information on the receiver's end. In the present era, not only business but almost all aspects of human life are driven by information. Hence, it has become imperative to protect useful information from malicious activities such as attacks. The basic intention of an attacker is to break a system and to find the plain text from ciphertext. In this slide, different security attacks are shown. Security attack. Normal flow is from information source to information destination. When the information is flowing from source to destination in a normal flow, then there is no security attack. Now, these are different types of attack. First is interruption. In an interruption, an asset of the system becomes lost, unavailable, or unusable. An example is malicious destruction of a hardware device, erasure of a program or data file, or malfunction of an operating system file manager so that it cannot find a particular disk file. Now, this is we can say that this is attack on availability of data. Now we come to second type. It is confidentiality. When an information is sent from source to destination and the hacker or intruder receives the data in the middle, that is called interception. And interception means that some unauthorized party has gained access to an asset. The outside party can be a person or a program or a computing system. Example of this type of failure are illicit copying of program or data file or wiretapping to obtain data in a network. Although a loss may be discovered fairly quickly, a silent interceptor may leave no traces by which the interception can be readily detected. Now there is another security attack on integrity. If an authorized party not only accesses but tampers with an asset, the threat is a modification. For example, someone might change the values in a database after a program so that it performs an additional computation or modify data being transmitted electronically. It is even possible to modify hardware. Some cases of modification can be detected with simple measure, but other more subtle change may be almost impossible to detect. Now, attack on authenticity. We call it fabrication. An unauthorized party might create a fabrication of counterfeit objects on a computing system. The intruder may insert spurious transaction to a network communication system or add records to an existing database. Sometimes these additions can be detected as forgeries, but if skillfully done, they are virtually indistinguishable from the real thing. That means it is very difficult to detect whether the attack has been done or not. Now, classification of security threats. Attacks are typically categorized based on the action performed by the attacker. An attacker is mainly of two types: active attack or passive attack. In passive attack, there is eavesdropping or monitoring of transaction to obtain message content or monitor traffic flows. In active attack, modification of data stream to masquerade of one entity as some other, replay previous messages, modify messages in transit, denial of service. Now, passive threat can be further divided into two parts. One is release of message content and another is traffic analysis. The main goal of passive attack is to obtain unauthorized access to information. For example, actions such as intercepting and eavesdropping on the communication channel can be recorded as passive attack. These actions are passive in nature as they neither affect information nor disrupt the communication channel. A passive attack is often seen as stealing information. The only difference in stealing physical goods and stealing information is that theft of data still leaves the owner in possession of that data. Passive information attack is thus more dangerous than stealing of goods, as information threat may go unnoticed by the owner. This is the diagram of a passive attack. Have a close look in the diagram. This is the diagram of a passive attack. Passive attacks are in nature of eavesdropping, just like I have just now mentioned. The goal of the opponent is to obtain information that is being transmitted. Two types of passive attacks are release of message content and traffic analysis. The release of message content is easily understood by this diagram. A telephone conversation, an electronic message, and a transferred file may contain sensitive or confidential information. We would like to prevent an opponent from leaving the contents of these transmissions. A second type of passive attack is traffic analysis. Suppose that we had a way of masking the contents of messages or other information traffic so that opponents, even if they captured the message, could not extract the information from the message. The common technique for masking contents is encryption. If we had encryption protection in place, an opponent might still be able to observe the pattern of these messages. The opponent could determine the location and identify of communication host and could observe the frequency and length of message being exchanged. The information might be useful in guessing the nature of the communication that was taking place. Now we will learn about active attack. An active attack attempts to alter system resource or affect their operations. Active attack involves some modification of the data stream or creation of false statement. Types of active attack are as follows. A masquerade take place when one entity pretends to be a different entity. A masquerade attack usually include one of the other forms of active attack. For example, authentication sequence can be captured and replayed after a valid authentication sequence has been taken place, thus enabling an unauthorized entry with few privileges to obtain extra privileges by impersonating that has those privileges. Now next is modification of messages and repudiation. Modification of message simply means that some portion of a legitimate message is altered, or that messages are delayed or recorded to produce an unauthorized effect. For example, a message meaning allow John Smith to read confidential file accounts is modified to mean allow Fred Brown to read confidential accounts. The repudiation, the attack is done by the sender or receiver. The sender or receiver can deny later that he or she send or receive a message. For example, customer asks his bank to transfer an amount to someone and later on the sender deny that he had made such a request. This is repudiation. Now we come to next slide. Replay and denial of service attack. Replay involves the passive capture of a message and its subsequent transmission to produce an unauthorized effect. Then denial of service. Denial of service prevents or inhibits the normal use of management of communication faculties. This attack may have a social target. For example, an entity may suppress to message directly. Another form of service denial is the disruption of an entire network, whether by disabling the network or by overloading it by message so as to degrade performance. Now we come to active attack. We should learn more about active attack. Have a look about the type of activity attack. Under security attack, there are a few portions, or an active attack involves changing the information in some way by conducting some process on the information. For example, modifying the information in an unauthorized manner, initiating unintended or unauthorized transmission of information, alteration of authentication data such as originator name or stamp associated with the database. So unauthorized deletion of data, denial of access to information from legitimate users. Now we see the different types of attack. Assumptions of attacker. Cryptography provides many tools and technique for them. Now these are the example of active attack. This is the diagram of active attack. I've already told you about active attack in detail. Have a look at the slide. Active attack. Then we go to next slide. Thank you for watching, but before ending I want to give you two examples of active attack. One is brute force attack, another is cipher only attack. In brute force attack involves trying every possible character combination to find the key to decrypt any encrypted message, while brute force attack may take a smaller amount of time for smaller key space. Cipher only attack. In the cipher only attack, the attacker knows the ciphertext or virtual message which have been encrypted using the same encryption algorithm. That is cipher